Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ripka Edit. I'm Heidi Ripka, and joining me tonight is my friend and JTV host, Amy Scaglione. Nice to have you with me. Mwah, I'm so
Always.
here.
How's the
It's
weather
great.
in New York?
Uh, you know, one day it's raining, one day it's warm, one day it's cold. It's the time of year that I love the beautiful changes of the leaves and all of that, but it's the not knowing what to wear every single morning and saying I have nothing in my closet, but I have a full closet. It drives me a little bit batty. But,
You got to dress
you know,
like a hiker, Heidi. They always say layers, layers, and then you can just keep peeling them.
I know, but it's true. It's like that crazy time of the year. And it's an even crazier time of the year, actually, Amy, because
Exciting.
1 week from today, we're launching Judith Ripka
I know.
on JTV, the official launch. It's literally the official countdown is on. I am so excited. I can barely even focus to do this. I mean, it was like, wow, like this is it. So we are going to continue to have our weekly live streams, but we're not going to have it next Wednesday because next Wednesday, I hope you're all tuning in to Judith Ripka on JTV. We'll be airing from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And Amy, I was
Yes.
given the go ahead. I have something that I've been keeping a secret for way too long now, and
From
I'm going
me?
to keep secrets, but it's been eating me up wanting to share this secret with
Okay.
everybody. But Judith is joining me for the launch of Judith Ripka
No.
on TV.
Wait,
So
she's going to be in the studio?
she's going to be Skyping in from
Oh, so
Florida,
we get to
but
see her?
we will get to see her. She'll be there for the full 2 hours,
See.
but she's so excited to be part of the launch, to get, everybody to see the product with her. She loves talking about the jewelry. We've been talking about this for so long now, the two of us, and she's just so excited looking at all the products. So many of the styles she loves. They were iconic styles, new styles. And so the fact that she's coming back on air to JTV, Amy, the last time she was on air was September of 2019. It's been 4 years since we've seen Judith on air.
I get
So
that
it's
question a lot, Heidi. Where's Judith? How's she doing? Please find out from Heidi. Send our love. I get that question a lot. And you'll have to tell her, too. She has a big billboard right here in Tennessee, Judith Ripka, JTV. So we've been really, really excited. You'll have to share with her
yeah,
that.
I definitely will. And I mean, I speak to her all the time because of not only just our personal relationship, but I'm always bouncing ideas off of her or she's sharing things with me. So we speak on a regular basis. And so, yes, she knows about the billboard down in Knoxville. She knows
Good.
about all the things that have been going on for this launch. But I was so happy when they said, okay, you could share the news with everybody because we're 1 week away and Judith is going to be there. And so here we are. So that was my excitement, and I feel so much better that I was able to get that off my chest. Tell everybody now.
Spilled the tea. It's like, oh, phew, wait. I didn't know either, and I work here.
I know. I know. It was like the best kept secret of all time. The fact that nobody over there like leaked it was
No.
remarkable. I'm like, wow. So yes, Judith is coming back on air. So really
Love
exciting.
it.
Anyway, so let's talk jewelry
Let's
for
do it.
tonight.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
So
I want everything, Heidi. This show I was
I
just bananas about.
I'm so happy because I know you have great taste and a great eye for jewelry. So you're excited, like I'm excited. That makes me happy. But so tonight's theme is built on something that is part of the brand DNA for almost 40 years now, and that's interchangeability. So Judith has always made jewelry so that it could be worn in multiple different ways. And if you follow our timeline on social media, or if you've read her book, or if you're intimately familiar with the brand, then you'll know that Judith created something in the 80s called the PN necklace. And it was a gold link bracelet that unscrewed, and then you could screw it into pearls to make a necklace with pearls and gold links, and it could be worn single, double, or you take it apart and just wear the bracelet. Anyway, that started her, her fascination with finding ways to take jewelry and giving it multiple ways of being worn. And as a woman on the go and always working, or when I travel, I like to have multiple ways of wearing my jewelry. And I'm very selective, especially if I'm packing a bag. I don't want to like have a 20-pound bag of different jewelry for different outfits. So I pulled together a few Judith Ripka styles that we're currently offering on jtv.com that has that flexibility, that has more ways than one to be worn. So the first piece I see that you have in front of you there, that our Trillion Huggy Hoop. And that is, and I'm so glad to see that you turned it around so that we could see it both ways. And I want to say a quick hi to Myrna and Trisha, who are joining us on Judith Ripka Facebook. So hi, ladies. Thanks for joining us. And if you have any questions, let us know. So these earrings are fabulous. So I'm wearing them in the sterling silver, and our sterling silver is rhodium plated to make it nice and white and bright and help really enhance the sparkle, because the rhodium is a very metallic metal. So the one that you're showing in silver there, the front of that earring, or there's really no front or back, but that side of the earring has a pear-shaped bella luce that is surrounded by smaller pave bella luce. It's trimmed with the Judith Ripka rope texture around the frame. And the way it hinges, it's kind of like a sandwich, or a bun. It folds in the center. And so it makes it really easy, because when you're wearing it, here, I'm gonna actually show you. So here's the earring. I'm gonna pull it back, maybe you can see it a little better. So, I know my light's a little bright.
And I can help you here too, Heidi, if you need for close-ups.
Thank you. I'm gonna turn to the side for a second, or you have it there. I think, yeah, thanks, Andrew.
Both of us.
Here it is to the side, all right? So you just pull it open from the hinge. It's very easy, just snaps closed. And then what you can do is you turn it around to the other side, and the other side is all vertical flutes with a pear-shaped bella luce in the center, the same rope twist. But if you could see in my ear, that's the side I'm wearing it in. And basically what I do is I just put the earring in backwards. So I take the post side and I go from the back of my earring, the back of my earlobe, and I put it in and I close it. And the reason I did that today is because I wanted a more casual look. I wanted to just complement the Verona necklace that I have on. I didn't want to be too dressy. I'm sitting here with all of you tonight in my dining room. So I felt, okay, the fluted side with the pear-shaped bella luce is enough sparkle. But if I'm going out to dinner, or if I'm going out to a black tie affair, I take the same earring, I turn it around, I wear it with a lot more sparkle. It's nice that it just kind of hugs the lobe. It's very flattering. And one of the things that we always address with our earrings is the position of the post. So if you'll see, the post isn't at the very tippy top of the earring. The post is slightly lowered, and I do that because I like to try and cover your piercing. So this way the earring is higher than your piercing. I mean, listen, everybody's piercings are a little different. And if you are a product of the 80s and wore like oversized heavy earrings,
that was me.
Problem. I can't help you completely, but I do try to help you a little bit by lowering that post. But it sits really nicely on the ear. It's super comfortable. And again, it's that versatility that I love in our jewelry. And one of the first times I ever saw an earring with versatility was Judith used to do a lot of button earrings. And what she would do is on the back of her button earring, she'd have a little wire come up the back, and she would make all these different earring drops. So you'd wear the button earring today, and then tonight you're going out to dinner, you want to give it a little movement, a little more fun, change it. You would just drop the earring drop onto that wire and just sit perfectly underneath it, and then it looks like a whole new earring. And it was great.
You know what's funny about it too, Heidi, is, and I don't remember those particular earrings, but what I appreciated about these when I got, my sample and I was preparing yesterday, sometimes things can be gimmicky and you'll hear, oh, it's two things in one, or this is, you remember the outfits in the 90s, like it's one package and it's leggings and it's a dress and it's like, okay. But what is so incredible about the design, and what's so incredible about Judith's eye and your eye and Judith Ripka in general, is it's a smart design, and you're truly going to find that you will wear it both ways. When I came in, I had these in and I changed them out because you did too, and we have earrings coming up. But you know what I loved about it? I went, oh, okay, I have a tad more casual sweater look on, and guess what? I'm gonna go right there. But then, let's say that evening I'm going out or I'm wearing a little bit, nicer upscale dress. All I have to do is pop the earrings around, maybe add a little, a little necklace, a solitaire, something beautiful at the neckline, and then you have this gorgeous, more upscale look. There's not a lot of earrings that I think can adapt like that, and I think that's an incredible feature.
I totally agree with you. And the one other thing that I want to add to these earrings, and then I have to answer something that Sherry just said. I just wanted to add that when you look at the earrings, when you look at the pair and you look at the Belle Luce on both sides, plus all the pave work, you have over 12 carats of Belle Luce. So that's a lot of sparkle in those earrings. If you want to wear it on the dressier all pave side, you've got tons of sparkle. Then you turn it around and you're wearing it with just that, technically essentially like a stud, a pear stud in the middle of your huggy hoop. So 12 carats. But I want to go to Sherry, who must have missed the first few minutes of us. And Sherry, I won't hold it against you that you've missed the first few minutes of our live stream. But the reason I know is because Sherry just wanted to know if Judith is still with us, because she hasn't heard an update about Judith in years. And Sherry, what you missed is that our broadcast, our on-air broadcast at JTV, the launch of Judith Ripka is next Wednesday, and Judith will be with us for that launch. So yes, she's doing amazing. She's been in retirement down in Florida, but she will be on air next Wednesday, the 18th at 6 p.m. So I hope you'll join us. And I'm so glad you asked the question, because I know people join us at all different times during the live stream. So I was just joking with you. But yes, Judith is doing great, and she will be with us for the launch next Wednesday. So really exciting. So thanks for asking.
Absolutely. And I get asked that. It's the most frequent question I'll get on Facebook, or when I post a piece of Judith Ripka that I've bought, over the last number of months. Where's Judith? How's she doing? Because you know what? You do really get to know someone. You get to know family. You get to know about lifestyles. You get to know, and then suddenly they're not in your life, and it's so exciting to know that we're going to be able to see how she's doing face to face. So I know everyone's looking forward to that. So we can't wait until next week.
Yeah, and it's true. I mean, Judith has been on air. Well, she's been in business since the 70s, but she's been on air since the late 90s. And so for, 30 years, more or less, right, she's really been a part of so many people's lives. And so many people have really gotten a chance to embrace her and get to know her and appreciate her jewelry. And she's always been so accessible. We had almost over 15 stores at one point, and we would do events and people would have a chance to come and meet her at the store. So many of you have had that opportunity. And then, she retired and she wasn't around to see everybody, but she'll be here. So we're so excited.
I keep saying the Judith magic, right? I'm wearing some of Judith's magic, and I know, Heidi, sometimes our cameras like your face, and so whenever I hold up jewelry, I know when I'm Skyping from home it can be tough. So I thought I would show kind of a close-up, because these are absolutely gorgeous. And I know being referred to as a huggy, oftentimes, they're really nestled up against the ear. What I love about these too, Heidi, is you get a little bit of drop. And one of my favorite features that I honestly didn't really ring a bell until you pointed it out, and for anyone just joining us, how amazing is it that you're not seeing any of that piercing? I have so many earrings where I put them in, even studs, where I feel like you're really seeing the stretching out of the ear. I love that it looks like the day I got my ears pierced as a teenager. It's all hidden, yeah, beautiful, really graceful.
Yeah, it really does come up high enough. And I'm someone that's always very cognizant of that. Like, I feel like when my piercing's showing, I don't know, it just bothers me.
Yeah, me too.
A little thing. But so yes, they look great on you, Amy, and I appreciate you doing that close-up so that people have a better perspective. Because like I said, it is a huggy because of the way it wraps around your ear, but it does have that little bit of a drop too. So thank you for doing that. And I'm going to move on, if that's okay with you, to the next style, because it's already 8:15. Somehow we're having so much fun. Hi, Sheila. Nice to see you. And Sheila said those earrings are stunning, and they look great on you, Amy. So thank you.
I need them. Okay, want them. Need and want.
So the next piece that we're going to look at that also has a few different ways of wearing it. Well, it depends on what you do. But it's this beautiful. Well, I'm holding it up, and as I'm holding it up, I stop talking because it's hard to really see it. Maybe if I separated it out. It's a ring and guard set. So this is a round peridot stone that is flanked with a halo of Bella Luce. It's a narrow shank that has the Bella Luce continuing down it. It has our texture on the side, and it also has the Bella Luce going around the basket of this center. Now, the reason why it's designed this way, why it's low and delicate, is because it comes with this guard. So if you want to have just a delicate stacking ring or a ring that you can wear on its own, it's beautiful. It's got a half a carat of peridot. It has a carat point 20 of Bella Luce, but that carat 20 includes the guard I'm about to show you. So this is the guard. And by the way, I've seen people wear the guard on its own. So it's a delicate micro pave guard. And it's attached. A lot of times you'll see a guard where it's two different pieces, and we're going to have a piece like that in a minute to look at. But this one's attached in the back, so it doesn't move around. And now I'm going to put the center in it, so you can see how it just kind of slides in. So here's the guard, here's the ring. You just put it into the center, and it literally just snaps right in, so that when you put the ring on, the guards don't move around at all. It's perfectly stationary. I'm wearing it on my pointer finger, but you can wear it on any finger. You have it on your ring finger. It's a great style. And what I like about this is that, yes, you can wear the center on its own, but you could also stack it. If you have other delicate rings, stack it together. It's a very playful ring, and the color of that peridot is beautiful. It's a nice saturated green.
I love that peridot too, Heidi, is a natural, untreated gemstone. It's our August birthstone, but that's irrelevant. I mean, at the end of the day, great if you're an August baby or you're gifting to an August baby, but this peridot is wearable and gorgeous. It's that gorgeous grassy green. It's stunning. And then having the companion of Bella Luce, I think, is so nice, Heidi, because Bella Luce, 28 years, we're celebrating 30 years here at Jewelry Television, 28 years plus, Bella Luce being our top most beloved brand here at Jewelry Television. The quality you know you're going to have, it adds a bit more affordability, but you have the look of fine diamonds, and that makes a great companion. And I think in the gold with that grassy green of the peridot, this is such a spectacular ring. And to your point, Heidi, nothing moves around on your finger. You don't have to worry about it spinning or moving. And I find that really irritating when I'm wearing rings. That's what I love about her ring guards. They stay stationary.
Yeah, when we have the ones where they're attached, it stays perfectly stationary on your finger, which is great. And yes, that 14 karat gold clad, which is genuine gold over sterling silver, that really highlights the beautiful colors, the undertones of that peridot. It really makes that peridot pop. And then when you complement the sparkle of that Bella Luce with everything, you put it all together, it's luscious. It has a beautiful, juicy feel to it. It's so much fun. It's a great, playful ring. It's not too big. If you're I'm a big fan of big rings, but if you like something a little more delicate, I think this is more of the ring for you, because it is delicate, it is graceful, and it has that versatility we've been talking about this evening, that ability to wear it in multiple different ways.
And this would be, Heidi, I gravitated toward this one. I tend to be very expressive and talk with my hands, and I like a ring like this because it nestles so comfortably on my finger. I'm not worried about it. It's not rolling around, but it's gorgeous and it's eye-catching. And to me, it's really understated elegance. Also, no matter where you view this from, it's elegant and beautiful. And you can see from the side, just the detail work is stunning on this.
Yeah, it's designed true to Judith Ripka. It is designed 360 degrees. There's nothing on that ring that is either unfinished or not thought of. So you have all that texture down the shank where you see the Bella Luce, and we did a beautiful little delicate wrap. And even when you take out that center ring, Amy, with the peridot, when you look inside the guard, you will see in the guard itself, in the back, there's an indentation. And we did that so that it's on the inside, the indentation. We did that so that when you put the center ring in, it nestles
Oh, I
into,
see. I see what you're
it
saying.
just kind of hugs that ring. So it sits in the perfect location on your finger and within the guards. So, like I always say, nothing that we do is by accident. It's always very well thought out because this is designed like couture jewelry. We
Sure
make
is.
this jewelry at the same factories that we make our 18 karat gold collection. And so these are the finest model makers, the finest jewelers, the finest setters. It is set and made the same way we've been making our 18 karat jewelry for nearly 40 years. All beautiful, all incredibly well done with an exquisite attention to detail.
And is that, Heidi, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know a lot of times Judith does the spacer sort of on the back. Is that, so this is sizable, correct?
Yes, so that is our sizing bar, and it can be sized
Should be.
because our rings are all done in full sizes, and sometimes you need to go down a quarter or a half or up. So yes, if you bring it to a skilled jeweler, they should be able to make that adjustment for you. And I want to say hi to Winnie.
Hi,
Winnie
Winnie.
is not only a very, very dear friend of mine who's called the ring a triple threat, 3 times the fun,
I
but
love it.
Winnie started working with Judith in the 80s.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, for a long, long time. So Winnie taught me, we sat next to each other for years and years. She traveled with me to every trip, I think, just about, to the factories. She was Judith's right hand, or really her left hand, because she's left. But yes, Winnie is an amazing woman. So thanks for joining, Winnie.
Hi, Winnie. Thank you for joining us for sure.
So I'm going to move on to the next ring, which is another versatile ring, but this one is in the bridal world. So this is a 3-ring set, also with guards, but in this case, it is 3 separate pieces. So we did a bezel set solitaire of the Bella Luce, and then we have, I'm going to take it off to show you, bezel set Bella Luce that forms like a little semicircle, as you can see, so that when it goes around the solitaire, it also really hugs it. And we've also done these more delicate bands so that they sit flush together. So they're flush on your fingers, they're flush in the back. But I want to take this off and show you even more closely, although Amy, I know that you have a better view than me, but there is super fine micro pave Bella Luce down here. It is so delicate. You need such highly skilled setters to be able to do what we've done here. But I want to look at all the details of each piece. So you have, as I was showing you, the bezel set Bella Luce, the micro pave here, but you have all that gorgeous texture, beautifully finished all around. You have the center ring that has our estate detailing, and that is this gorgeous cutout pattern that we did on the sides with mill grain work. We have our prong set Bella Luce. So if you want to wear this ring on its own, it's beautiful. It's complete everywhere you look. But if you want to dress it up, you could put on 1 guard, or if you want to give it a lot of sparkle, you could put on the complete set. And look at how much that's like a lot of sparkle, a lot of wow factor in this ring.
Very regal, very beautiful, and has a different feel than the peridot that we looked at. I took the ring guard off so we could kind of get a really good look at that. And to your point, Heidi, and you just took everyone, you know, on that tour beautifully, but I thought because I had it on my finger, you can really appreciate just really around and in the basket, the detail, the mill grain work is spectacular, and then down the band. And so that's going to be, say you wanted to wear that as your beautiful solitaire, but I'm going to quickly just show, once we add the ring guard, and the ring guard itself is so beautifully done also and delicate, but as I pop that in, Heidi, to your point, now look at that sparkle. It's a showstopper.
So much sparkle. It's 5 carats of Bella Luce when you wear the set complete like that. And that's a great shot because you could even see some of the details, like the little beads nestled in between the bezels on those ring guards. That is something that we always do, or I shouldn't say always, but a lot of times you'll see when things connect, we nestle a little bead just to get that little finishing touch, that little kiss, that little something special to make it Judith Ripka. It's all those details from the rope bezel around that solitaire to the angled berget along the side walls. These are all things that are the brand DNA, the things that make Judith Ripka jewelry so recognizable. People know when they see a piece of Judith Ripka, they immediately say, oh, is that a Judith Ripka? Because there's nothing else like it out there. We are a brand that has been fortunate enough to come up with these textures and this distinct look that really set us apart from everybody else out there. And I'm not saying that there isn't beautiful jewelry. Of course, there's beautiful jewelry out there. But when it comes to being identifiable, there are very few brands out there that have the distinction like Judith Ripka, where people see it and right away you know what you're looking at. You know it's a Judith Ripka. And it comes down to those details. It comes down to the quality. And I don't know about you, Amy, but for me, it also comes down to the feel. Because we always make sure that our pieces have a nice weight to them. We don't want anything to feel flimsy or too thin. It's a quality, but it's that weight that just feels like luxury. And that's because we are deep rooted in the brand history of making couture jewelry. And we just bring it forward in a way that makes it more attainable to more people by just switching out the materials, going from 18 karat gold to silver, going from diamonds to Belle Luce. This way everybody can enjoy it.
And I don't know in what world, if you were out at dinner and sitting across the table from someone, or they came over and literally took your hand in theirs and said, oh my gosh, this ring is spectacular. I don't know in what world you would say, yes, they paid $31.99, 5 payments. I mean, this is, you would never know. And I really do appreciate that, Heidi, because I have definitely had multiple times in my life, and I've loved Judith Ripka forever, to be able to have the opportunity for maybe something I was priced out of or would be a stretch for me, to have the look, to have the feel, to know that the quality, the craftsmanship and the eye and the love behind each of these pieces are created in the same facilities and the design work of pieces that would be, you know, triple, quadruple the price, but you're really not sacrificing that. And I love that. It really does open the world of Judith Ripka to everyone.
And it's very important to us. And that is why Judith started doing this so many years ago, was to bring that affordable luxury to everybody, because everyone should feel, and this is actually something that Judith, it's a quote from Judith, she wants everyone to feel like they're being wrapped in life's greatest luxury. That she wants everyone to feel that luxury. And I have to also come clean with everybody. You know, as much as I have been collecting Judith Ripka jewelry since I started working for the brand, nearly 30 years ago. So I have a nice amount of 18 karat gold jewelry. Now, granted, back then gold was like $350 an ounce. It's not
gosh.
now. So it was a little easier back then to treat myself from time to time. But my point is this. I have a lot of our 18 karat couture jewelry, but I mix it with a lot of this jewelry as well. A lot of the Belle Luce, a lot of these silver and clad pieces, because no one knows the difference. And I'm not going around saying, oh, look, this is not real diamond. I'm not saying
it's the same as fashion, right?
What?
It's the same as fashion, right? As they call it high-low, where you might put a T-shirt on from, you know, a store at the mall, and you've seen people tie that in a little knot and put it with a ball gown skirt. Or, you know, there was a famous runway, a woman that did that many years ago. It was a T-shirt, and she did a ball gown, and it's that being able to take what you have, right? Mix and match it.
That was Sharon Stone.
Yeah, that's right.
That's I mean, that's got to be like 30 years ago when she did that for one of the Academy Awards, I think. And it was like, wow, like that was like almost giving permission to just, hey, mix mix your, I believe it was, are we allowed to say like the name of the store that it was
I
from?
don't
'Cause I
know,
know it.
but I think everyone would know it because it was my birth year, I think it came out, but it's been in the malls forever, and it was the t-shirt, but then she did it with a designer ball gown,
Yeah.
and her hair
Down
was
and
short. It was, Google it,
wow.
guys. You'll see.
Yeah, exactly. It was really amazing. So yes, you could mix. So the point is, you mix your real, meaning your 18 karat gold, white gold, yellow gold. You mix it with your Bella Luce. So you take your real diamonds, but you mix it with your Bella Luce, and no one's going to say, "Oh, that's a real diamond and that's a Bella Luce simulated diamond." They're not going to know the difference, and they're not going to question you. They're just going to say, "Hey, I guess someone had a really good year this year in the stock market."
Or in my
So,
case, I had a very good year and treated myself.
we should all treat ourselves and we should all feel good about it. And I feel just as good in my Bella Luce as I do in my diamonds. And I mean that genuinely. Like the next ring we're going to talk about, I wear this ring a lot. I love this ring actually. It's one of my personal favorites. And it's one of those rings that is very versatile. It is big and bold. And quite frankly, I don't think I'd be able to have this ring in the real diamond and 18 karat gold because it is a lot of diamonds. It is over 13 carats of Bella Luce. And so this ring, going to the theme of versatility, on one side, it's all emerald cut Bella Luce that's flanked by pave Bella Luce. It has Judith Ripka rope going on top and bottom, so you get that touch of Judith Ripka. But what's special about this ring is when you spin it around,
Coolest.
it's pave on one side, and it's the octagon or the emerald cut Bella Luce on the other side. So depending on your mood, you wear it both ways. It just spins around like so, and wear it either way, but I love it. It's super comfortable. It has our back plate on the inside, so it just kind of glides right onto your finger. It's rolled on the side. We have a little more of the rope on the side here. With that rolling, it's all finessed. We always take everything to another level. Like when I am working with the factories and I'm reviewing the designs with them, if something's a little sharp or there's a little like a right corner, I say, no, you gotta take that corner off. You gotta just roll it. It's gotta be gently rolled. It's gotta be soft. It has a femininity to it. That's also something that when you look at Judith Ripka jewelry, it's very feminine. It might be big and bold, but it's feminine in feel. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Amy, the sparkle
Stunning. It's
on that
stunning.
is incredible.
And folks, let me tell you, I've had this on my finger throughout the evening. This is one of the more wide bands, that big, bold look. It's one of the most comfortable ones I've probably ever had on my finger. Though it's big and bold, almost like those big cigar band looks, it slides on like silk. I'm not having any discomfort like where the fingers rub together. It just feels so good, and it's so much look. You know, I was thinking as I turned it, it reminded me of those Italian cookies where you're chocolate and vanilla. You could even do this cool half and half look at the top of the finger. I think that's really cool and unique. And just as you said, do you want to just capture the entire room like a mirror ball of sparkle, or are you looking maybe that evening you want to do that understated gorgeousness that catches the light in a different way, because you have a mix of shapes with this one, and gosh, it's spectacular.
It is. And you know what? It's one of those rings that you never have to worry about it spinning and being backwards. There is no backwards. It's always rightwards. And the other thing that you mentioned that I do want to share. So when you have a band ring that has stones, deeper stones with a culet. So for example, these emerald cuts, they're deeper than the stones, than the smaller pave, which means they have height to them. And so when you have a ring with height to it, that means you need some depth in the band. So the reason I'm pointing this out is because it is super comfortable. It is literally impossible to make this ring completely flat though, so that your fingers can completely close. So Andrew, if you pan to me for a second, because I like to always make sure people are clear on this. So if you see, I'm holding my fingers together, there is a little bit of a gap. There's no way to ever have a ring with stones this size and not have a little bit of space between your fingers. It's the only way we can get it done, so you could have this big, beautiful 360-degree eternity ring, all right? But it's comfortable. It is not uncomfortable. There's no sharp prongs on it. Nothing's gonna hurt you. and it's not going to bother you when you're closing your hands or anything like that. But I never want anyone to get something home and be surprised by it in any way. So this is what it looks like on the hands with my fingers closed, so everyone can see.
And how often, the reality of it is, I think too, Heidi, and this is beautiful too, as we go into fall and winter months, slipping our gloves on. You can still slip your gloves right on over this in the cooler months. But the reality of it is, who's walking around like this? When you want bold and you want beautiful, and Judith does that, you're going to have a big bold look. So obviously you're going to feel that on the finger, and you're going to see that. But in no way do I find it uncomfortable. And I also found the undergallery, the entire ring is beautiful too. I'll take it off my finger and maybe we can get a shot of the inside, but I just thought everything's always done so beautifully, almost like a fleur-de-lis. It's so pretty. I think we can get it there. There we go.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And so that is super important, because when you are sliding that ring on your finger, it feels better. It goes on like silk. It's comfortable.
Sure
it's
is
those
beautiful. I've had
sharp
it off and on 50 times.
Right, and your finger's not turning red.
Nope.
It's not. Sometimes a ring, if it doesn't have that inside, there's that little like sharp edge right where the ring ends goes in. That can get uncomfortable sometimes. This is not going to ever be uncomfortable.
And Heidi, interestingly, this finger, I was surfing 2 summers ago in California and I jammed it, but I actually found out I kind of broke. It's a long story. The knuckle's a mess. I find it really, really, really hard for me to find a ring now that's true to size. And what I have found, all these rings have been true to size that we've had on tonight, and this is the 3rd one. So that's unusual for me, which tells me these are pretty darn, we talked about sizing and so forth, but I think ordering your size, you're going to be really pleased.
Yes, these are true to size. And I know because I'm wearing a 7 on this finger, which is a 7. And this ring on my ring finger is actually a little bit big, so I'm a 5 1/2, and it kind of slips on a little too easily. So yes, they are definitely true to size, and this is a size 6 ring. So I'm going to move us along, Amy,
yes.
because it's almost 8:40, but we're having so much fun. It's just hard to kind of say. It's time for one more style, and that is our last versatile piece of jewelry, which is an earring that I think you have on.
I do.
Right?
I love these, and they're so versatile. I couldn't believe I was playing with these. I was like, wait a minute, I can do this. I can turn it this way. I can take this link off. It's how many ways can you wear these? I counted like 4 already. 3, 4?
I think 6.
Wild.
So here's one. So the way you have it on is, let's just call this the classic style. So this is how it was designed. And this is the Huggy earring top. Has a bezel set square cut Bella Luce. Then it has a pyramid. So these are from our Cairo collection, actually. Then again, you have another bezel set Bella Luce underneath that. You have this fluted link in the middle. And by the way, these are all over our angled berget that covers the entire hoop. Then the bottom hoop, also that angled berget, and it continues that pattern of the bezel set Bella Luce and the pyramids from the Cairo collection. So this is one way that you wear it. Then, like the trillion earrings we were looking at earlier, you could do the same thing because of the way this is made with the hinge closure. You could just take this earring, turn it around, and you could wear it without any visible stones. So all angled berget, top and bottom, the angled flutes on the connecting link. So that's 2 ways, if you're keeping track, all right? Then the 3rd way is you take off the drop, put it to the side. You have just the little Huggy, which is a great size. You know what? I'll put one on just to quickly show you, because I know you have the...
Heidi, when we come back close, I did that as well. So we can look close at me too.
Okay. So yes, here it is. Cute little Huggy. So I'm wearing it with the stones and the pyramid showing, but, so that's what I say, that's 3. Yes, that's 3. And if I take it and turn it around, I'm not going to be able to do this right now.
No worries. I know. It's a lot of pressure. You know what the worst is? When you're trying to hook a necklace live. That's always my, Achilles heel.
Well, I shouldn't have even attempted this because I have very sensitive ears. And like after putting, there, I got it. After putting in a few earrings, they're usually a little annoyed with me. So, okay. So here it is the other way. So this is all textured. Okay. So now that's 4 ways. Then you can take it, you could now switch it, where you're wearing the earring with the belle luce and pyramid forward facing, and then the bottom is the all berget, and then you turn it around, and the sixth way is where you do the opposite, where you have the all angled berget top and the belle luce and pyramid bottom. 6 ways.
Bravo. I think that would have taken me the last half an hour just to explain them all. But they're also wearable, Heidi. None of those are a stretch. None of those are like, well, would I really do that? Absolutely. Imagine if you're on vacation. Imagine if you're tight on space. Imagine if you want a few different looks or outfits that you want it to be adaptable to. You really have that. And Heidi, I went ahead and showed more of that kind of huggy look. If I wanted day to day at work, or if I just wanted kind of blue jeans and a turtleneck sweater this fall and winter. But then when I want a little bit more, when I want a little more attention around the ear, but I would do this too with whether dressed up or dressed down. But if you want more of a bold look, you've got it here. And I would point out, Heidi, 2 things. To your point always, I'm not seeing my piercing, and my ears are a tad stretched out over the years. And also I would point out, although you have this gorgeous chunky look, ladies, these are not heavy in my ear. They feel good, I can feel them, but they're not weighing my ear down.
Yeah, they're very comfortable. And you just made me remember something. So yesterday I was reading an article about jewelry trends in 2023. And one of the jewelry trends, if you kept that earring in, it would have stayed to my point, but it was mixed and matching your ear.
Really?
Mixed matched earrings. So for me, wear one huggy, one long, mixed match, but to go together, they obviously complement each other. They're part of the same set. Yeah. So if you want to really be on trend and that's a trend that appeals to you, it's very easy to accomplish it in this earring set for sure. And yes, the fact that you get that scale and they're comfortable. And listen, our 14 karat gold clad is such a gorgeous, rich color, like that perfect shade of gold. I love that color. It's buttery, it's rich, it's delicious. I love it. It's a carat 50 in total of belle luce, and it is just under 2 inches long. It's about 1.75 inches from top to bottom when you wear it all together. So great earring. Definitely, if you've been contemplating it, get it home, because it's worth the investment because of the amount of ways you can wear it. And that really goes with all of these pieces. You're getting one piece or multiple if you're ordering a few pieces, but you're wearing it in multiple different ways. And there's not too many times that you could say that about a jewelry investment, that there's more ways than one to wear it, which is exciting. Hi, Judith. Yes, you have. I think I remember you buying these. I know you like the Cairo collection. Judith is joining us now. She bought them after. Oh, yes. So she saw them a few months ago, maybe. I did a Cairo live stream about the whole Cairo collection, and I remember Judith saying that she bought these. So I hope you're enjoying them, Judith, because they're great earrings. And Judith, I don't know if you just jumped on, because I know Wednesdays are usually busy for you, but you might have missed the announcement. So I'm going to say it one more time for everybody that tuned in a little bit after us. So our official broadcast launch is next Wednesday, the 18th, from 6 to 8 p.m. on JTV. But the exciting part is not just that we're finally launching on JTV, but Judith Ripka will be joining us and kicking off the launch. So we are so excited that she'll be with us. I just wanted to make sure everyone saw that, heard that, and is aware. So I hope you'll tune in with us. We will be on not only on Wednesday, but also on Thursday the 19th from 8 to 10 p.m. and then again on Friday the 20th from 12 to 2. So hopefully one of those times works for you, or all three. We'd love to have you. There will be different product pretty much on all of them, I believe. So you might not want to miss anything, because I also have a feeling we're going to be doing a lot of sellouts, because everyone's so excited for this launch, and I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of people joining us, and especially Judith is going to be with us, so really exciting.
Set your phone alarm.
Exactly. Set your phone alarm. Make sure you don't miss us, but we'll see you next week. Amy, thank you so much. I enjoyed doing this with you. It's always so much fun. You add so much.
It's always my pleasure.
Well, thank you so much. And I'll see you in Knoxville next week. And everybody else, there will not be a live stream next Wednesday, because we will be live in the studio on Jewelry Television. So tune in at 6 p.m. and we'll see you then. Have a great night.
Bye, Heidi. Thanks, everyone. Good night.
you.